Justice should start at birth. When you are born, you are so aware of your body, the natural curve of your spine, the way your body removes waste, the way you breathe. Infants sleep on their back, hands above their head, breathing deep in their belly. They have no concern about anything around them. They're not concerned of wealth, geography, creed, ethnicity, or race. We are birthed into this world pure. All we want is mama's touch, mama's milk. We have no need for anything else. As we grow, we forget our natural way. We squash down our emotions. We hold our tongue. We often forget to live in our truth. We retain our waist. I'm holding my pee right now. America is 12th in the nation for infant and mortality death, high amongst women of color. Research shows it is because of systemic racism. I want to tell you a story. I know two women, colleagues of mine, Amanda and Lakeisha. Amanda is blonde, blue-eyed, grew up in the same home her parents still live in today. Lakeisha is chocolate-skinned, curly-haired, grew up in a single-parent transient home. Amanda decided to go into nursing school because that's what everyone in her family did. And she got a full ride because of her grandfather's trust. Lakeisha worked hard, worked her ass off to get honors and a full ride into nursing school because she knew her mother couldn't afford it. Lakeisha also thought maybe after the first year she would quit. She was feeling covert racism on campus. Some of the relationships with the professors were strained. She was having a hard time finding study buddies. She was feeling the oppression just to do her passion. She was passionate about nursing because her fourth sibling came through a very traumatic birth experience for her mother. And that fueled her passion to go into nursing. Amanda eased right on through, not a problem. This system of our education is not even set up for women like Lakeisha to shine and soar. It is not set up for her to feel welcome in all of these surroundings of our medical institutions. When she went to tour the hospital she might be interning in, the charge nurse asked if she was going to wear her hair like that. When Black women go into medical institutions for health care and support and don't see reflections of themselves, right away they feel unprotected, scared. Modern day society teaches Black women to not like their hair, so sometimes they put perm in it or change the way it looks. It also teaches them not to really like their skin color. Many countries around the world, top seller is bleaching cream. It also teaches them to assimilate, conform, and sometimes squash down who their really self is in order to make strides in whatever they want to do. The history of the Black woman's body in medical institutions from day one has been traumatic. They are dismissed, they are neglected, and they receive microaggressions almost every time they go in, especially when it comes to having a baby. Our society teaches us to believe the doctor, give ourselves over to them. We should not be moving in this way. It should be a choice. How we birth, where we birth, and with whom we have in the room. It should be our choice. How we birth, where we birth, and who we have in the room. I became a doula because of the injustice I saw. I also became a doula because of some of my experiences. I am a Black woman, even though I present this way. I have the good hair and the green eyes. I'm a daughter of Italy, Ireland, Sweden, France, natives of this land, and the Kru people of Liberia. Liberia is on the west coast of Africa. I've studied the culture for 10 years, mostly drum and dance, but amongst that I've made many friends. One thing I've noticed is my Guinean friends, my friends from Mali, have this strong worldview of abundance, and they come from sometimes nothing. A lot of my American counterparts have generational wealth, but they still have this fear, this fear in them, this worldview of lack, like I have to hoard, I can't share, I want bigger and better. This is a problem, and this goes into how we move in type of institutions like hospitals. My mixed race experience, my ambiguous presentation has allowed me to move in many circles. I'm welcomed with the Black community because I'm a Black woman. I'm welcomed with the not so Black community because of my presentation and I'm educated. I use my half-white privilege to move in all these spaces to support and advocate our most oppressed, the Black women. In the summer of 2000, I myself lost a baby. He was born in July, and I spent 3 months next to his incubator, praying, reciting mantras that I learned from my yoga training, and wondering what was going to happen. That not knowing is the worst. And when you have microaggressions and people coming at you with all these other things, you still need to sit and work through it. He was able to come home at 3 months. He passed away at 4 months. I don't think it was the doctor's fault. Although during my pregnancy, I kept saying something is not right, something is not right, but I don't think any test would have changed the outcome. But the fact that I was not seen, I was not heard, I was not addressed in an appropriate way helped fuel this fire in me to become a doula. A doula supports, nurtures, and educates a woman. I've been to births of over 50 women, all socioeconomic backgrounds, all colors. I've been to a birth with a woman who didn't even speak English, and that didn't matter. I started my nonprofit, Rootead, because of the oppression of Black women daily. Black women need advocates. Black women need support, especially in the most vulnerable position of having a baby. Birth justice and body awareness are resistant to oppression and systemic racism. Resist with me. Thank you.